Hi Cancer, this is Carrie at wooingnature.life. Welcome to December. I am glad to have you here and glad you are aboard. Today I am going to be reading, or for this month I'm going to be reading from some of my favorite decks. This is the Wild Kuan Yin Oracle, Alana Fairchild with Wang Yi Kwang. This is a very femme deck. It is the Kuan Yin. There are, I think, all of one image of a male person in this deck, but that doesn't mean that it's not for my men or for my people who identify male. It is just about getting in touch with your feminine, understanding your feminine side, which is your nurturing side, your giving side, your introverted side. It's about nurturing that aspect of yourself. So I will be reading from the Wild Kuan Yin, and just one card from that deck to get us going. And then I'm returning to the Spirit Animal Oracle, Colette Baron Reed with Jenna Della Gratalia on this, because last month we looked at who was coming toward us, what people and what animal spirits represented the people coming toward us. But I'm going to expand it a little and just see where the cards take us. And this is always an encouragement to pay attention to your animal allies in the real, in the 3D, not just in the 2D with cards. And then the last part of your reading, of course, is going to be the tarot. I use tarot for my detailing. So I'll be reading from Revelations Tarot and Zach Wang. So that's Zach Wang's work. A really great deck and a fun deck to read from as well. So for those of you who are into decks or who are readers yourself, if you don't have Revelations, definitely give that one a spin. All right, so we're going to start out with the Wild Kuan Yin. Wild Kuan Yin. We're just looking for one card for Cancerians for the month of December. One card for my Cancer friends for the month of December. That's all we need to see. Just one card. This one is just to give us some focus, give us some intuitive focus for the month of December. And this, of course, is for Cancer. Cancer, come on through. All right, here we go. Woo, I had to dig deep for that one. All right, remember me, the Divine Mother within. Remember me, the Divine Mother within. So this is about the Divine Mother. It's about remembering the Divine Mother, remembering your Divine Mother, even whether that person is your actual mother, your biological mother, or somebody who may have acted as a mother figure to you. Really honoring the teachings that those people presented to you, whoever they were. You know, like some people have rocky relationships with their biologicals, and we understand that that happens, but there's always a mother figure, even if it was a teacher or a neighbor or a friend of a friend or somebody else's, your friend's mother or something like that, that you really consider to be a mother figure. Then you would be thinking about that person as you are moving into December. And then that leads to the Divine Mother. It leads to your ancestral mothers and to the Divine Mother who mothers us all, you know. And then we have representations of that in the 3D, whether it's the ocean or the ocean mothers. For some people it's water, for some people it's earth, like Mother Gaia. So in other words, you just kind of get in where you fit in, or where it makes sense, or what resonates for you when it relates to that. But it is about touching and connecting to the Divine Mother, which can really be a blessing. It's one of those things that we forget about, because when we think about our mothers, we take them for granted. Whoever is your mom, and it's a thankless job and all of that kind of stuff. But it's really important to remember the mother within, the mothers, and then our ancestral mothers, and then the Divine Mother, because it'll really help us get in touch with some very nurturing qualities, things that we've forgotten, ways that we've forgotten to nurture ourselves is mixed into that as well. So that's what I mean by, when we talk about the divine feminine, we're not just talking about women. all right, or people that identify as such, that there's some much more in-depth spiritual qualities that go with that. And then Cancer, because you are ruled by the grandmother moon, then this may have a special meaning for you in that regard as well. All right, the text says, I believe in you. I will never leave you. I will never abandon you. I see the truth of you, and I know you are worthy. No matter how strong and grown up you become, or how vulnerable and small you may feel, I love you, my own wild child divine. And that is such a mother statement. Trust in me, the divine mother within you, to guide, comfort, and nurture you into the beautiful fullness of your divine destiny. So that's very powerful. Very, very wonderful message there. Sometimes we can feel alone, not quite sure where or to whom we may truly belong. Frightened and insecure, we imagine dark happenings or feel consumed with anxiety and doubt. Or perhaps we struggle to feel our feelings and instead have symptoms of the feelings we cannot quite find another way to express. We cannot sleep, we cannot unwind and relax, we cannot quite feel safe or secure. These are signs that we are in need of reconnection to the Divine Mother within. Very true. If our human experiences of mothering have been neglectful, critical, controlling, smothering, or demanding of perfection, if they have denied us our brightness and talent, have asked too much or too little of us, or are based on fear of the outside world, then we may well have trust issues with the idea of being mothered. And that's what I was saying before. Some of us have had rocky experiences with motherhood. And so that's why it's important to find the mother figure that worked for you and put your attention there, because mothering happens. It happens. Whether or not it happened by your biological or not is a different story, but it does happen. So you may have to look for it, but it's there. If our human experience, I already said that. Yet the Divine Mother has no need to test us, to challenge us, forsake us for another, or judge us in any way. Her need is to mother us. What that means is that she offers us enough sanctuary and unconditional love to feel safe to venture into life, to grow, to take risks, and to truly do our best to live a full and authentic life. So there's no conditions here. It's an unconditional love. And that's why they say that a mother's love is the closest that you get to godly love, because there's no conditions involved. They only want what's best for you. And that's the mothering part that has to happen. And sometimes we resist that. And I think it's just, the ego part of ourselves that wants to be grown up. We don't need our mothers anymore. But the nurturing aspect, the love aspect, the unconditional aspect of love is what everyone needs. All human beings need that. So that's a great message for you all. And don't forget your grandmother moon. Okay? All right. So we are moving right along to the Spirit Animal Oracle. We're going to talk a little bit and see what's going on with these animal spirits around you. Again, this is the reminder for you to always, always, always spend time with your animal allies. These animal spirits are around us. They're communicating with you. Sometimes you keep seeing the same animal over and over and over again. Why I keep seeing this? ... And you know what that means? That animal is trying to get in touch with you. There's a message that it may be trying to lend to you about the way that it's being, or the way that it is moving, or it could be just to let you know that that energy and that spirit is with you. So we're going to use the technology of paper and cards to tap into the animal world for you today. We're going to see if these are people that are coming around you. But again, like I said, I am going to open this up and just see if this might be energy that you need to embody as well. So we're going to be very open as to why these spirits are revealing themselves in the cards today. All right, so we have a seahorse spirit. Now, a seahorse spirit is a very interesting animal. I highly encourage you to research the animal itself. It is, it's almost its own ecosystem, this animal, the seahorse. It is a water animal, so that does relate to you. As a water spirit yourself. And so the seahorse is saying to watch and wait. Watch and wait. There's some very interesting biological information about this, and I want you to read up on that. So don't be opposed. Like, people say, well, how do I know about, connecting with animals? The first thing to do is to understand the animal. If you're around these animals, like if you live in an area where you can actually see a seahorse in its habitat, if you are a deep sea diver or something like that, then you can actually spend time with the animal. But if not, then you'll want to read up about it, because as you're reading, things are going to pop into your head. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? Oh, So this is a very powerful spirit, and I feel like these seahorse, it could be people coming around you. It does come in with the number 53, which breaks down to an 8. That is about manifestation, or being able to create in the material, or to build in the material, is associated with that. But yeah, so spend time with that animal and read up on it a little bit more. You have the wasp spirit. Wasp spirits are interesting because they have stingers. So they are respected for that reason. Okay, so it guards its territory very well. A wasp does. It is also a communal animal because there are, it creates the, pods with the eggs in it, and the eggs then, hatch, and then you have, a wasp nest, right? But wasp energy is interesting when you have to protect your own territory, when it's time for you to be the one that is protecting. Like a lot of times we all ask for protection. Oh, I need protection. You're asking for protection from spirit. You're asking for protection from different spirits and deities and that kind of thing. But this is about you being able to be on top of your territory and guard it. And you might have to be a little, you might have to bring the stinger out. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you don't want to constantly be stinging somebody and can't nobody get next to you, Know when to turn this on and know when to turn it off. And then I'm also seeing this circle of life image in the background here. So this is your cipher. This is about you protecting your cipher, your circle, your clan, your family, whoever it is that you feel that you need guardian or that you are guardian of. And that's maybe not for everybody, but for some of you, certainly. And then we have the cow spirit. This cow spirit is, it's a humble animal. It is a grazing animal, which means it does not eat meat, and that's why we associate it with it being humble. It is revered in some cultures. You can read up on that. Holy cow, when we say that, that's where it comes from. And so you can look up your cultural connections to the cow and learn quite a bit about this animal and how this animal operates. I think one of the most interesting things that I found out about cows is that they move in a circle, in a group, in a circle. So they have a tendency to move in that way. And I learned that from the Temple Grandin story. I think I saw the movie and I was like, wow, that gave a whole new layer to the cow to me, because the idea of moving together in a spiral or in a circle has some very powerful spiritual implications to it. So look up the cow, pay attention to the cow spirit, and I am seeing your third chakra here. Excuse me, not your third chakra, your third eye chakra in both of these, in the wasp and in the cow. which tells me that there is something about your sightedness, being able to see past the obvious, being able to see with heart and with sympathy and empathy, but also knowing when to discern when danger is about or when you need to protect your territory. And both of those are third eye energies and concepts. So walk with those spirits, and don't forget about the seahorse. I'm going to do some research on that one myself. All right, moving right along into the next phase here. I am going to the tarot. This is the Revelations tarot. Oh, it just said just go ahead. I tried to shuffle it and just cut. All right, I got you. I'm obedient. All right, so this message again is for my Cancer folks. This is the detailing for the month of December for Cancer. Detailing, month of December, Cancer. We want to look at what's going on with my Cancer people. What's going on with Cancer? All right. What's tempting you? What's got you going right now? Ah, okay. I see, Cancer. All right, so we got the devil showing up here on you. The devil is, this is why I asked what's tempting you, what's drawing you in. And then I'm seeing this sort of hoarding of a stash, or a hoarding of some money, or a hoarding of something. You're looking over your shoulder. You don't want anybody to know you have it, or you are trying to possess it or hold it or hang on to it, right? Then I have the Ace of Cups coming in reverse, which means that the cup is in reverse. The cup, you want the cup to be up so that it can be filled. And when you're doing this, then it's not going to allow your cup to be filled. That's what I'm seeing here. The Seven of Pentacles, I'm seeing some resistance here. I'm seeing some resistance to going with that flow. I think it's probably the Ace of Cups flow that maybe has got you a little stumped. But the idea is to be open to receive with this Ace of Cups in reverse. The idea is to be open to receive, and being open to receive is not closing yourself off, and it's not trying to hang on to anything. So just do some meditation around that. Like I would do some physical meditations. Now I've got to add another one to my list of physical meditation. There was another one I needed to remember. I need to write that down, because if I don't write it down, I will not remember it. And the meditation this was from the Gemini video. I'm sorry for that little homework, but I needed to do that or I would forget. All right, so you need to be open to receive, and so the temptation with that devil is to, I've got mine, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to try to hold on to it, I'm going to try to control it, but that's not how it works. That's not how filling the cup is going to work. And that's what you want. You want to fill the cup, because if you don't, then you'll invite this energy into your space with the thing that you're drawing. Like people say, oh, well, then you can't bring abundance to yourself if you're doing this. Oh, yes, you can, because there's a plenty of people rocking with this right here and this right here. They got a plenty of money. But the thing of it is it going to make your life feel satisfied? And are you going to feel satisfied with yourself when you're so-called enjoying it? Because some of these people right here, they're not enjoying this money. They would like for you to believe that, but they're not enjoying it because they can't enjoy it, because they have, because they've ushered it in with this kind of energy. That thing is going to whip your ass, not relax. You want to relax and enjoy your riches, right? All right, so we got the Two of Pentacles here. This is bringing in balance around this situation. So there's some balance that needs to be reached around it. Again, I'm getting you back into meditation again. And I was talking about the physical meditation with you, and the physical meditation would be like you standing still, opening your arms to receive, and then visualizing the energy coming into you and into you, right? And we can do that with online meditation. We'll maybe set that one up for February. All right, so we've got the Ace of Swords. It's breaking loose, breaking some chains here, along with the Chariot in the upright, which is a good sign. Breaking that chain is what's going to move your financial situation forward, or whatever it is that you're trying to, it's financial. It's financial. That's what's going to move your financial situation forward. You got to break that chain. It's a chain of thinking. And the thinking is that I will hold. It's not just holding on. For some of you, it's like you're trying to pinch your pennies too much. You got to give to receive. So you just got to figure out what the balance is. Again, this is the balance. You have to figure out the balance of giving and receiving for yourself, so that you will know, so that you will not be doing this. That's too gripped up. You can't. It's got to be relaxed. It can't be all. You can't be all up on your money like this, in order for it to flow well. And that's what this is asking for. Flow. That's water. Flow. Okay. So you got to bring this to balance, and that's what the meditation and all of that is for. All right, so I don't know if this one came in reverse or upright, but it is the Fool. I was kind of fooling around with this, so I don't really know, but I got it right now on the reverse, which means to me, yeah, it's in reverse, because it's telling me that you need to like rethink. You need to rethink like how you perceive a financial situation coming towards you. You need to rethink that. That's also why the meditation is there, because it's going to help you put some pieces together. Okay, so the Fool usually is starting out on new territory, but with it being in reverse, it could mean a little of everything. But for me right now, what I'm seeing very clearly is like you're having to go back to look at where this thought process came from. You got to bring that forward, and then you got to put yourself in the present with it, because what you don't want to do is keep repeating that cycle. You don't. And then it's not going to help you. And then I don't want you to mess around and get the abundance and it whip your ass, right? I wanted to, you got to, this is about balance here. This is not about people getting rich. And when I'm talking about abundance, I can be talking about abundance on a lot of different levels. So don't assume I'm talking about money when I'm talking about abundance. I'm talking about that which is all. That's abundance. All right, so Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups means getting a handle on that. It is uprighting this cup. It is having your vessel be open. It's also about knowing how to give, when giving is too much. Now, I have a hole in the bucket theory. The hole in the bucket theory is, you know how whenever you get some money, and time you get the money is gone, or something takes it, or something snatches it, or something like that. I call that the hole in the bucket. When that's happening, it means that you have given too much in one way or another, and you are not taking time to receive. You've given out too much. So that means you need to back that up. It doesn't mean stop giving, though. It means to figure out what the balance of giving is in your life, so that you're not angry, upset, frustrated, and broke. That's what I mean. Let's see what else is going on for Cancer, if there is another card for Cancer. It is. All right, so that's the Three of Wands. That is always a good sign for me. Three of Wands means there's some energies coming together. There's some thought around what to do. There is some centering. There's some focus there. It looks like you and some other people, so you might want to chat with other people about the issue that you're having with your finances. They can offer you some advice. They can offer you some additional strategies on how to deal with that. But it's not just you. It's you and other people that bring your brilliance together. That's the leap. That's the leap. And I think that's the reading. All right, so yep, it brings in, okay, so what's going to happen is when you make this connection with these other people, put your heads together. It's not too many people now. Not a bunch of people. It might be you and one other person, or you and maybe two other people. But after that happens, it's going to bring in that Seven of Cups. Now, the Seven of Cups it's one of those, it's a good bad thing, right? It means that what you're doing is working. It's the sign that what you're doing is working. That means that you're starting to tap that abundance space that I'm talking about, right? It's the sign of that. And so you're going to end up with a whole bunch of stuff coming towards you, but then you're going to have to discern what's the right thing and what's not the right thing. And that's a good measure, because you need to be able to do that when you are approaching that. Because again, we're talking about balance, right? We're not talking about greedy, Speedy McGreedy, right? We're talking about being able to have what you need and have it be in balance with yourself, with your nature, with how you are, with what's good with you, and all of that kind of stuff. So just be on the watch out for this, be on the watch out, and continue to do your work, do your meditation, do your cup meditation, and connect on my website, because I'm telling you, I'll probably do a meditation around that, a movement or a physical meditation around that, because those things work very well. It helps you get in touch with your spirit, and it also takes the spirit and puts it in a physical form for you, so that it's applicable. It makes sense to you. It becomes a part of your body politic. And so that's what, I want to see happen for you. All right, Cancer, you know where to find me. Look in the description box below. That'll have all of my contact information. If you want to take a deeper dive, I highly recommend it at this time, because we are regrouping and we are calibrating and we are rebalancing after this hectic 2020 year. So December is a great time for you to get your deeper dive done going into 2021, so that you're not wasting half the year trying to figure out what happened in 2020. All right. As always, I hope you have a great day. I hope you're having and will have a wonderful December and holiday season. And I hope you're having a wonderful life.